Hey, welcome. It is Friday, thus it is a Furry Friend Friday, and we have a sponsor for our segment. We welcome on our friends at Vic Bailey Subaru over in Spartanburg, and they care a lot about shelter dogs. They're running some ads. Paula Church is with us, and again, Greenville County Animal Care. That little bad boy is a stray, right?
He is, yes. We actually found him in our parking lot. Somebody had put him over the fence, and we found him, and he's such a sweet little guy. He does have a little issue going on with his front leg. He's a tripod, but we don't know if it's an old injury that was not repaired or if it's a birth defect, but he gets around great.
Really?
And you know, the way he's just snuggling with me right now, this is like his happy place. You know, he just wants to be with someone.
In your eyes, and you just have this connection. And it was funny before the show, Heather, our crazy craft lady, was like, I saw this dog. Was it like a month ago, she said?
Yeah.
And it was running around, and her and her son Tanner were trying to rescue it, and they couldn't catch up with him. So he can move on those 3 legs.
No, I was just
Oh, you just do it. Yeah, there we go. He's got those great little ears.
I don't know if they mind that.
Well, and I always say sometimes the stars line up just right. I mean, clearly there were people out there that were concerned about him, like Heather, and that's so wonderful. And that's how a lot of these guys end up, you know, with us, is they need help. And he's going to get the help that he needs, and hopefully today his perfect family person, his human, is out there watching. So.
Well, was that a good or bad way to let him have y'all, by putting them over your fence?
Well, I mean, it doesn't give us any history.
Okay.
But oddly enough, running into Heather today, I do have a little bit more.
Now you have a little
so we know a little bit more about
I guess
him,
it's better than just leaving them out where they could get hurt, at least in your fence is safe.
Right.
But a preferred way is, one, we get all of our pets spayed and neutered, so we don't have any.
Exactly.
You know,
what are adoption fees? What would it take?
Well, our adoption fees are $35, and that's going to include the spay-neuter surgeries. They'll be fully up to date with vaccines, and we microchip everything, again, because when they're out running around, if we know who the owner is, we can call them and let them know we have them. So, which is fantastic.
You heard the story about the woman that lost the dog in Orlando. It wound up in Pennsylvania. With the chip, they found the dog.
Yeah, we have crazy things like that happen all the time. We had one that was here that the family was in Washington State. So yeah, we got the dog back to him in 3 days.
I on a freight train.
Right. Well, you know, sometimes the stars line up just right for animals, and it just works out. So miracles happen every single day, and we see them, and we're fortunate to see great things happen to little dogs that start out with humble beginnings.
Yeah. So Sweet Courage is 7 years old. He's going to have a little surgery today or tomorrow.
He is.
So then he will be all ready for you to go home. So if he is talking to you, I mean, look at those eyes. How can you not just love this animal? If he is speaking to you, go by Greenville County Animal Care. Look at him. Do you think he'll be good with other pets?
Oh, absolutely. I had him with other animals all day yesterday, and he had a blast.
He had a
And
blast.
cats. We got to remember cats. Look at that. If you could put a propeller on his nose with those ears, he could fly.
He probably could.
Actually take off.
He could.
Who do you think would make the perfect candidate for him?
Somebody that just is going to want a puppy that they can hold and love and snuggle.
Yeah.
He's a great snuggler.
Who doesn't want that?
He's got plenty of spunk too, though. I think if you want to get out and do some walking, you can do both. You know, he's one of those that's going to keep you busy.
I love it. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Courage.
Thank
I hope you
you.
get your forever home, sweetheart. So
Time
sweet.
for the weekend, I
Yes.
hope.
And of course, we want to thank our sponsor for Furry Friend Friday, Vic Bailey Subaru. They're collecting pet supply donations for the Spartanburg Humane Society all month, and they're even hosting a pet adoption tomorrow. That's going to go on from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. At this adoption, all of the fees will be covered by Vic Bailey. They love animals so much, so make sure you thank them and go on out and help them out. Find you a new forever home. All right, coming up next, food can be your medicine or it can be your poison. You can control what you put in your mouth, and we are going to make sure you're using the medicine type. All right, don't move. We got some great recipes for you when we come back.
This segment was brought to you by Vic Bailey Subaru.